Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have another budget store find. And I'm happy about this one because I've always wanted to get a copy of One Night Ultimate Werewolf, and I just didn't want to pay the, price for it that I see in the game store. And when I saw it for $1.99, no percentage off this time, but for $1.99, I said, here's my chance to check this game out. And I'm going to unbox it right here for you. Again, we have over 1 million copies sold, brought to you by Bezizer Games. One Night Ultimate Werewolf. No moderator, no elimination, no downtime. A 10-minute game that keeps you coming back for more. One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a fast game for 3 to 10 players where everyone gets a role. One of the dastardly werewolves, the tricky troublemaker, the helpful seer, or one of a dozen different characters, each with a special ability. Because it's so fast, fun, and engaging, you'll want to play it again and again, and no two games are ever the same. It's compatible with One Night Ultimate Alien, Vampire, Supervillains, Daybreak, and bonus rolls. Contents: a dozen unique rolls on 16 thick, sturdy tiles, 16 tokens, a getting starting guide, and a comprehensive rule book with detailed roll descriptions. For more information, go to BezirGames.com. This was released in 2022. All right, some pictures in the back of what it is. Again, it's for 3 to 10 players. Takes about 10 minutes to play, and it's for ages 14 and up. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So right off the bat, we can tell we have a starter guide. So we're going to push that to the side. So it says starter guide. It says in One Night Ultimate Werewolf, each player takes on the role of a villager, a werewolf, or a special character. It's your job to figure out who the werewolves are and to kill at least one of them in order to win, unless you become a werewolf yourself. Unlike many other games, the real fun in One Night is figuring out exactly what happened over that one night, where many of the players perform some sort of special action. You'll need to figure out what team you're on because your role card might have been switched with another role card, and then figure out what teams the other players are on. At the end of each game, you'll vote for a player who isn't on your team. The player that receives the most votes is killed. If a werewolf is killed, everyone on the village team wins. If no werewolves are killed, the werewolf team wins. The more you play One Night, the more you'll realize how important it is to wait until just the right time to reveal information, and how important it can be to lie regardless of what team you started on. Because the game is so short, you'll probably end up playing multiple games. Because One Night is so different, it may take a few games until you get into the flow of figuring out what to say when, and soon you'll realize that events of previous games have an undeniable impact on the current game in terms of how players behave, who they believe, and what their real motivations are. So you get your first game set up, depending on how many players you have. You get some announcements to make. Of course, it starts in the night, daytime. You got a free app we can use. The game end, using roll tokens as game end. After one night and one day, the village team wins if at least one werewolf dies. Even if one or more players who are not werewolves die in addition to a werewolf dying, everyone on the village team wins. If no one is a werewolf and no one dies, it's possible for no one to be a werewolf if all werewolf cards are in the center. The werewolf team only wins if at least one player is a werewolf and no werewolves are killed. If you're playing with the Tanner, there are special rules regarding who wins. See the Tanner's role description for detail. And of course, there's a free app that you can use on this game. Announcer tips, other tips. And there you have it. That's your starter guide. Then you also, inside the box, have your contents. So it's all your fun activities and all your fun tokens that you have. Player cards, One Night rolls, and talks about rolls that wake up at night. So you got your doppelganger, you got your drunk, your tanner, your hunter, insomniac. Oh. All right, the werewolf, the minion. So it gives you a little bit of background information about all these different characters. The minion, the mason, the seer, the robber, the troublemaker, the drunk, the insomniac, no wake rolls, the villager, the tanner, the hunter. And he talks about the play testers and all the good people who brought you the game. Night wake order, One Night sleeve playmat and card sleeves. Again, it's Bezizer Games. There you go. So those are the two things that are included in rules and such. You also have another thing hawking the other games that they have. So that's cool. And another great thing about finding some of these budget store finds, again, I got this for $1.99. We got they're still in their sleeve, in the punch out cards. So that's cool. The Drunk pops out nice. Again, nice thick cardboard, which I really like. Really digging the artwork as well. Very cool. So, and like I always say, if it goes back in just as easy as it comes out, it means it's good quality. So again, you got 2 werewolves. You got the Doppelganger, Minion, Insomniac, Seer. You got the Troublemaker, Hunter, Tanner, Drunk, 3 Villagers, and a Robber, and 2 Masons. There they are. So those are all your characters right there. On the back. So I'm curious as to why it's colored on one side and not colored on the other side. So I'm going to assume that we're going to have to read the rule book to make sure we understand why one side, maybe one is for daytime and one is for nighttime possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure. Or maybe one here is when they're in their normal form. I'm seeing this as their werewolf form. So it could possibly be that as well. So that looks interesting. All right, so that's one of the punch boards. Then of course we have the big thick cards. You got your 3 Villagers and your Minions. So if I pop him out real quick, again, nice thick cardboard, really high quality artwork on it. Very cool. Again, you place it face down so you see this, and when you're moving the cards around so you don't know who is what, and you flip it over, it tells you what it is. So again, you got your 3 Villagers and your Minion. You've got your Robber, the Tanner, the Hunter, the Drunk. Again, each one of these characters have special abilities depending on when they come out. The Doppelganger, the Seer, the Insomniac, the Troublemaker. And last but not least, we have the Werewolf. You got 2 of those, and you got 2 Masons. So just put that out there like that so we get this idea. So there you have it. And that's everything that's included in this unboxing of One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Over 1 million copies sold by Vizier Games, the new classics. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, you could always click the like button. You could also leave a comment below. Also, you could hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well. Enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.